It takes courage to be less busy, to stop doing. It takes courage to not schedule the extra thing, to not squeeze something else in, to not take on the extra project, to skip the errand that isn't really necessary. It takes courage to say no when yes would be easier. So the next time you feel like you have an opening, even just a free 10 minutes, notice what you do. Notice if you grab for your phone. Notice if you're trying to fill space. Notice if you're looking for that quick to-do to check off the list. Pay close attention to what you habitually do to avoid sitting in those empty moments. I'm Cara Bradley. This is Sparked. It's on this channel that I share where I am learning to let go, where I'm learning to slow down, and where I'm waking up. How I'm facing myself, my patterns, and all of the limiting beliefs that I've carried with me, the old stories. The truth is that we carry this being busy like a badge of honor. Someone asks how we're doing, and we say, "Oh, I'm so crazy busy." It's like being slammed is proof that we matter. Somewhere along the way, we've been conditioned to think busy is a good thing. We've been conditioned to think that slow means lazy. And that, on the other hand, a full calendar means you have a full life, right? So we keep packing it in. We answer every ping on our phone. We say yes before we even think about it. But this is worth taking a hard look at. It may be that you are avoiding simple moments of stillness, where so often the truth is just waiting to be revealed. In other words, busy masks the truth. Every single day. Looking back, I can see this. I could see that a lot of my busyness wasn't necessary. It was actually just protection. I was keeping myself jam-packed and definitely jacked up so I would never have to really face myself. I wouldn't have to sit in the stillness, because those empty spaces, I knew they would show me. They would show me the feelings that I wasn't letting myself feel, the questions I wasn't letting myself answer. Busy is really the most acceptable way of running from ourselves. And the thing is, nobody questions it because we're all doing it, right? We're all applauding each other for being so busy. So for almost 2 decades, I ran a yoga studio. And I really ran it. I mean, I scurried. I was on the move, just like that white rabbit from Alice in Wonderland. I was always checking the clock. I always had something next to do. Never a second to just stop and be, to even sit down with somebody and say hello. I remember the students would hang out before and after class, and I would maybe give a quick wave, a quick hi, but I'd speed right by them. I wasn't giving myself the time to just get to know these people that were so important to our community. And it wasn't until I sat with a dear friend who was also a student, and she said to me, when talking about some of the other students, she said, "They just want to know you. Cara, they just want to know you." Oh man, that stopped me cold. I realized I had been too busy to get to know these people. I had been scurrying around, hiding, protecting myself, somehow keeping myself so busy that I wasn't available to others. And so I decided to take a look at busyness and what it was keeping me from. How else was I hiding behind busy? Let me tell you, it's not easy to face the truth. But what I learned is that it does take courage. It takes courage to be less busy. It takes courage to sit in stillness and to ask yourself those important questions. Because the stillness is going to show you who you are. And for me, then, I didn't like what I saw. So I changed. So here's the work for you this week. Take the time to start exploring those moments between busy. Start to linger between those spaces, between those tasks, without looking at your phone. hang out for a moment in those tiny gaps when nothing needs to happen, when the world goes quiet and still, where no one needs you. Because it's where time slows down. It's where truth shows up. It could be at a red light. It could be waiting in line at the store. It could be a couple of minutes between meetings. Because most of us speed right through these opportunities. So this week, don't do it. Sit in them. Feel the itch to get something done. Feel the discomfort of just being still. Because remember, that's where that truth is waiting. That's where maybe a big aha is ready to be revealed. Get to know those pockets of emptiness in your life and discover who you are when you're not busy. You may like what you find, and others may like that version of you as well. And then tell me in the comments where you're finding these pockets, these opportunities for stillness. And so here's what I've really discovered. When you stop scurrying around through your life, you not only see yourself in a whole new way, you start to really see people again. You start to take the time to look them in the eyes and to make them feel seen. Listen, in 5 years, the tasks won't matter. You won't even remember them, but how you showed up for others will. So if this landed, please like and subscribe, and also check out my other sparks at the link below. I'll see you in the next one.